Sorry about that, guys. My video got cut out because it was 2 hours long. So I'm probably gonna have to split it into two parts. So, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I finished about if the Ultimate Edition and regular edition is the same. So, yeah, um, I didn't like it how Ben was killing in this movie. Cause here's the thing, the thing about killing people is that once you cross that line, you can never go back once you do it. And this was explained in Batman Under the Red Hood. Either you read the comic or watched the movie. I read and watched it. Jason points out, like, why do you kill the Joker? Out of how many people he's crippled or how many people he's killed, why couldn't you do one thing to end this filth? And Batman is standing there like, it's not because of my code. It'd be too dang easy. All I ever wanted to do was to kill him. The state doesn't go by when I don't go every torture or murder out to others. And he says, if I do that, if I allow myself to go down in that place, I'll never come back. So that's the whole issue I have with this movie is that okay, I was liking this movie until when Batman killed people. Like I love the scene where I love the scene where the cops were in this warehouse and then he's like against the wall and he rushes out of the window. That was cool. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, Zack Snyder's actually gonna pull this up. Okay, I don't care what you do, but show me more Batman. Next scene I see is Batman pulling guns going boom, boom, and breaking necks and stuff. I'm like, what the heck? This isn't Batman. No, this freaking Punisher from Marvel. And, and if you don't kill, it separates us from what they're doing. Because that's the thing about killing, because once you take a life after another, and after another, it. Ugh. And that's all the issues I didn't really like Dark Knight Returns, which I loved the comic, is just I hated Batman in there, because, like, there are times, like, I think what I remember is whenever Dick would lie to him, he would like, hang him up on the roof, and he would whip him. I'm like, what the heck, dude? It's like, but yeah, that's beside the point. And so another spoiler is at the end of the movie, he goes to say, sorry, not save. He goes and picks up the kryptonite staff that Superman. Oh, before I talk about the ending, so the Batman and Superman fight is not very long, which I was a little disappointed with that. Which it's weird because the movie is called Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. They don't fight until that very part of the movie. So when I see a title, do exactly like the title is. Like, for example, War for the Planet of the Apes. War doesn't happen until the very beginning, and war doesn't happen until the very end. Because everything else, I enjoy the movie a lot. I don't hate it. I own the movie. In fact, I got the movie like right here, but they have to do exactly like the title says it. And one of the things I really loved is, okay, I did not like this. So what he does, right? He puts his like foot on his neck and he's saying, "Save Martha," and it triggered him because one his mom's name is Martha and she was killed. Number two, that was weak. Like that was a very weak scene. But he goes to save Superman's mom because he said, I made you a promise. No one will die tonight." And and when I saw that, I'm like, okay, so I guess Batman does care a little bit. And I thought Batman was a little crazy in this movie. He may be a little moody, brooding vigilante, but you know. Okay, now we can talk about the ending. So what happens is he picks up the kryptonite staff and kills Doomsday, but Doomsday kills Superman, and then flank, he dies. And when I saw that, I'm like, really? They're just gonna go in and kill Superman? Okay, but they did it right. They did it like they did in the 90s comics. Which, when I was in the theater, I saw kids tearing up, and I felt for them because it was hard for them as a Superman fan. And I'm not a Superman fan. I'm a Batman fan. Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty tough. Okay, so before we end this video, I gotta clear something. So why a lot of people don't like this movie? I have some ideas. You guys can probably know why. This is a very different world we live in than back in the 90s where I grew up, where people did not complain that much with movies. When people go see this film, they don't want to see film about two characters' perspectives. They want to see two heroes fight. What they want to see is like the Avengers. It's a fun, thrilling adventure, and then at the end of the day, it was a good movie for kids to watch, and then they get their check from Disney, and then they call it a day. There are they didn't know what Superman in the 90s and what happened when Superman fought Doomsday. That probably upset them. Another thing that they really did not like, that there's a it's hard to say this, but oh yeah, when they see Batman vs Superman, they want them to become best friends after. And this film didn't do that. And that really annoyed some people. Another thing that might tick people off, they don't mention this, but they're bothered by it. They were wrestling in their chairs and like, oh, they brought religion to this. They did. There's a lot of allegories in this from the Christian faith and other things that people today do not want to be reminded about. They don't want to see a comparison. They don't want to hear about God. They don't want to hear about the devil. And DC did it repeatedly, which they were doing it a little too much, but like when Superman's on the rooftop and talking to Lex, and I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, we get it. Superman's basically supposed to be the Christ figure, and Lex is basically supposed to be Satan. Okay, we get it. But all the speeches of Lex going over and over again about Jesus Christ, Satan, and the Bible, and I was like, that was too much. If I was the director, I would cut that out. In the I forgot to mention this, but in the nightmare sequence, there's a scene where Superman goes rogue, which I have some ideas about that, cause it felt very Injustice style, very Injustice. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Just Like cameos were okay. I loved Flash. I liked Cyborg was interesting. I loved Cyborg. Aquaman, I wish I saw more of him. Like, I thought he was going to fight a shark or something. That would be cool. But, the only character we're missing is Green Lantern, which do not do Ryan Reynolds. Heck no. That movie sucked. I think he does better as Deadpool now than